November is Financial Literacy Month, and today we're talking about the 5 things you didn't know about debt. Blair Manton from Sands & Associates is joining us now in studio. Blair, thanks again for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Debt is an uncomfortable topic, but why did you want to tackle this today?
You know, I think it's such an important topic because that's a fact of life for so many people. So many people are in debt these days, and there's a lot of misconceptions that we have, things that we think we know for sure are correct that actually aren't, and sometimes that drives some bad decisions on our behalf.
And one of the ones you mentioned is about making a deal with the federal government if you owe them money. A lot of people think you can't do that, but what are the rules?
Yeah, so right off the top, you know, the federal government, it's the person you don't want to owe money to because they've got more tactics to get your money than anybody else. They don't have to sue you before they go to your employer. They can go and take your wages or take your assets. But the thing to keep in mind is you can actually make a deal on those debts. It's called a consumer proposal, so you can't negotiate directly with the government, the person that you're dealing with, a Canada Revenue Agency. They can't reduce the debt. They probably can't do anything about the interest. But if you legitimately can't pay back the debt, you can meet with a licensed insolvency trustee and make a proposal for what you can afford to pay back. It's possible to do it on all government debt.
All right, hopefully making that situation a little bit better.
Exactly.
Then.
Yeah.
All right. This one I found really interesting. When people get married, sometimes they assume their spouse's debt, but you're saying that's not the case.
Yeah, the whole thing, you marry somebody, you marry their debt. We have to look at things as a couple, you know, the holistic view. Absolutely not true. So you do not marry somebody's debt. If somebody's got a big student loan or a big credit card debt and you marry that person, they can't suddenly start to collect from the spouse that doesn't owe that money. It's absolutely possible for one person in a relationship to have a debt problem, to deal with that debt problem doing a consumer proposal or even a personal bankruptcy, and that having no impact whatsoever on the other person or even the other person's assets.
What about if the debt is incurred after the marriage?
That's where it gets a little bit more dicey. So, you know, if the individuals were to split up, you know, one partner could claim against the other. But if I incur, you know, a MasterCard debt after I've been married to somebody, MasterCard can't collect from the spouse, even if it was incurred directly.
All right. Bankruptcy. You know, if you are going down that route, there's some misconceptions about that. What do you want to clear up?
You know, it's probably the scariest word that's out there because a lot of the time it connotates failure, but really bankruptcy is a rebirth. It allows you to start again owing nobody anything. And one of the biggest misconceptions people have is they think that they lose everything if they go through bankruptcy. The opposite is generally true. Most people keep just about all of their assets if they file for bankruptcy. You don't automatically lose your house, you don't lose your car, you don't lose your RRSPs unless you choose to cash them in to pay your debts. So
what
a lot
about
of things.
When it comes to credit, when you have filed for bankruptcy?
Yeah, that's probably the number 2 thing. The number 1 fear is you lose everything. The number 2 is you're never going to get credit again. No one's ever going to see you as a good credit risk. Absolutely false. Most of the time people after a bankruptcy are actually a better credit risk than before, and it's usually, you know, the day after a bankruptcy, nobody's going to give you credit, but 2 years, 3 years down the road, if you rebuild your credit fine, you'll be okay. Bankruptcy is going to last for 6 years after you finish it on your credit report, but if you rebuild the right way, it's more like a 2 or 3 year sentence.
We've talked before about credit ratings, and I think for a lot of people, they feel that that is the measure of their financial health. But is it really?
Usually, it's absolutely not, because the behaviors that drive a strong credit rating are quite often the opposite behaviors that actually drive financial strength. If you think about someone who's got a house with no mortgage in Vancouver and they pay cash for everything, they've got no credit rating. The banks would never loan them money because there's no information. They're not using debt products every month. Someone who's incredibly overextended is making all of their payments probably looks better than that person who's got the house with no mortgage. So you really have to take a bigger view of your financial situation.
All right. So then if you were in that situation, would it be good to build some credit then just for that situation to have a credit rating?
Yeah, you know, you don't need 5 or 6 credit cards. The magic number is usually 2 cards, a credit limit of about $2,500. You don't need to go crazy on it, and use it less than 50%. So charge, you know, to basically half of that limit each month. That's how you could build good credit. You don't need more than that for the average person.
All right. Some very good information. Blair, thank you so much for being with us today.
My pleasure. Thank you.